these rumors about a possible relationship with Buster come from? Was it friends of Buster's? Was it friends of Stephen Smith's? Joining me now is Angenette Levy, correspondent and host for Law and Crime Network. Thanks so much for coming on. Appreciate it. All right, so where did these rumors come from? Who's the one suggesting this?
Well, Dan, thanks for having me. And the rumors really started back in 2015. People went to Sandy Smith, Stephen's mother, and said, hey, I heard that Buster and Stephen were in a relationship and that Buster was trying to keep this under wraps. And it seemed to spread like wildfire. Hampton, South Carolina is a town that has about 2,700 people in it. You know how things can go in a small town. Buster and Stephen also went to high school together. If you think back and look at the timeline here, they would have just graduated high school in the last year or so when Stephen was killed. They were also on the same baseball team. And it's my understanding, Dan, that Randy Murdaugh, the uncle of Buster Murdaugh, was actually their baseball coach. And he also represented the father of Stephen Smith in a workers' comp claim. So we've got a small town here, and rumors spread like wildfire. Sandy Smith wrote a letter to the FBI back in 2016 saying, this is what people are telling me. They come up to me and say these things, and things just unfolded from there. And as you mentioned, Stephen's name, or Buster's name rather, is mentioned along with the Murdaugh name several times in the investigative case file because the state troopers were looking into those rumors.
Now, Buster Murdaugh doesn't have any obligation to deny a relationship with Stephen Smith. He has denied that he was in any way involved in the murder of Stephen Smith, but he has not, has he, addressed any of these rumors about a possible relationship with him?
He did say there were vicious rumors being spread about him and that they were all false. And then he later on admitted, or in the statement, denied unequivocally any involvement in Stephen's death. So he talked about vicious rumors. So I kind of, that led me to believe he was also addressing this whole thing about him having some type of relationship, some type of sexual relationship with Stephen Smith.
I want to play a piece of sound. This is, again, Jim Griffin, the attorney for Alex Murdaugh, on Chris Cuomo's show, talking about why Buster Murdaugh decided to come out and deny any involvement.
The situation that Buster found himself in was the longer he stayed quiet, the more this story got legs. And he struggled over time as to whether coming out and denying the obvious that he had no involvement in Stephen Smith's death would just give oxygen to the flames of the story. From this point forward, anyone who's reporting and putting Buster's picture adjacent to Stephen Smith's face when there's stories of exhuming his body is doing it at their own peril because it's clearly defamatory.
Well, it's definitely defamatory if someone is suggesting that he was involved in the murder, but it is a fact, is it not, that the reason, and this is the important point here, the reason that this link was made at all is because we now know this letter that you mentioned, right? That was actually written by Stephen Smith's mother in 2016?
Well, that's not the only reason we know about it. She wrote this letter to the FBI because she felt like her son had been murdered and that it wasn't being taken seriously by some authorities. Obviously, troopers with the South Carolina Highway Patrol believed Stephen Smith was murdered. If you look in the investigative file, Dan, that night when they discovered his body in the road, they believed he had been shot in the head. The case notes say they believed this was a homicide. Then the pathologist who performed the autopsy hours later said, no, it's a vehicular hit and run. Well, nobody bought that, not even the county coroner. But the rumors really started because people in town were saying this and then went to Sandy Smith. And then investigators were also getting that same information. So there are all these recordings in the case file where people talk about this rumor. And those recordings are actually featured in the Netflix documentary.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, look, again, just because people were saying it doesn't mean that it's true. And we will continue to follow this. Angenette Levy, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.